BJ Mafia, what's poppin'? So biggest news of the NBA season so far, at least during the season, because we had a wild offseason. The Brooklyn Nets now will be trading superstar point guard Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a first-round pick, and multiple second-round picks. What a shams and woj bomb that we just got, because when we thought the NBA trade deadline was not going to be that busy, we thought OG Anunoby was going to be the biggest guy on the trade block. Kyrie Irving requested a trade 2 days ago, and now he's going to be playing for the Dallas Mavericks. A couple of things come to my mind when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets side of things. We all knew that the Brooklyn Nets had absolutely zero leverage when it came to this trade because Kyrie Irving was in the last year of his contract. He was going to be a 2023 unrestricted free agent no matter how this season played out. And the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie Irving could not come to a contract negotiation, an agreement that was going to extend him long term. And the reports are that Kyrie Irving wants a 4-year, $198 million max contract. And honestly, truth be told, I don't know if the Dallas Mavericks or any of the other teams that were going to be suitable trade partners for Kyrie Irving are going to be still willing to give him a 4-year, $198 million deal, considering what has transpired from his time in Cleveland demanding a trade, from what has transpired with the Boston Celtics to the Brooklyn Nets. And every single year, every couple of months, there's always some kind of headline, there's always some kind of drama and some kind of antics going on as to why Kyrie Irving is not playing, even if it is injuries, which is a level of concern still for some NBA teams out there. I don't know if Kyrie Irving is going to get the contract extension that he's looking for, a max deal. But I think for the Brooklyn Nets, I think in terms of the fact that they had zero leverage, I think that they did a nice job getting solid contrable, compensation in return. Obviously, Spencer Dinwiddie, who used to play for the Brooklyn Nets, that's a solid guard that they can use off the bench or maybe now inserted into the starting lineup. And then obviously Dorian Finney-Smith, a nice 3-and-D player. But these guys are not Kyrie Irving, and obviously they got some draft compensation after they lost all their draft rights to the Houston Rockets a couple of seasons ago, acquiring James Harden. The Brooklyn Nets, I think it's time just to blow this up. The experiment's over since 2019. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons. This squad and this team was never going to work, it looks like, and they didn't even reach an Eastern Conference Finals. I think it's time now for them to trade KD because KD does not want to ride dolo with Ben Simmons, and I don't blame him whatsoever. And like I said, for the Nets front office, this was the best kind of compensation that they were going to be willing to get because they knew that Kyrie Irving was going to be out the door and they knew that he was going to be an unrestricted free agent this offseason, so you might as well get something for him. Now, for Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks, I think that the narrative that Luka has no help absolutely needs to stop now. And regardless of Kyrie Irving's history off the court, Kyrie Irving on the court is one of the most prolific point guards in the game today. He's obviously a starter. I don't even know if he's going to start in the Eastern Conference anymore, All-Star game. Interesting question, but he's a prolific all-star, one of the best point guards who have ever played the game, most skillful and talented players ever. Luka's going to be paired with that guy now. The narrative that Luka has no help absolutely needs to stop now. You got a nice solid trio of Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Christian Wood, and you still got other good solid players like Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell, and a handful of other good and solid role players with the Dallas Mavericks. Now is the time for Luka Doncic, who took the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals last season, to take them and get them over the hump now and see what they can do with Kyrie Irving. Like I said, the assumption is that the Dallas Mavericks will be giving him some kind of contract extension. I'm not sure if it's going to be a long-term one, but for Kyrie Irving, I think that this is the best move for him. He's going to be playing with a guy in Luka Doncic, who's a top 3 candidate, top 5 candidate this year for the MVP discussion, one of the best young players in the game too. And I didn't think that it was going to be realistic that Kyrie was going to be reunited with the Los Angeles Lakers. I didn't think that it was going to be possible that the Phoenix Suns, who did have a lot of comparable players, was going to be able to get him. I didn't really like that fit. I think that this move makes the most sense, and now we can finally see if the narrative that Luka Doncic has no help can, finally come into fruition, or see what actually transpires in the playoffs. But I don't know. I think that this is a big move. I think that this is a good move for both sides, and at the end of the day, only time will tell, because the Brooklyn Nets, they're not going to be able to get compensation that's going to be completely adequate to the type of player that Kyrie Irving is, even after missing all of these games these last couple of seasons. And then with the Dallas Mavericks, you're taking a risk and you're taking a leap of faith and saying, hey, we know Luka Doncic has not had much help. How can we help him out, not only this season, but hopefully moving forward, hopefully with a contract negotiation and extension, and hopefully Kyrie Irving is not just a rental. But NBA fans, I got to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, because this is a huge, huge move. And honestly, there's just a lot of sides to this. But like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who do you think won the trade, and actually how far do you think the Dallas Mavericks will go in the postseason? Because this is going to be an interesting run in the Western Conference now this season. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, man, make sure you guys drop me a thumbs up. It takes 1 second and it helps me in the channel out tremendously. And make sure you guys go follow me on my socials, especially on Twitter. I'm very active and I'm on there every single day. I just made an Instagram and a TikTok page last week as well too. Really putting out all my sports content, so make sure you guys go check that out as well too. But thanks again for sticking around throughout the whole video. Brett James, aka BJ. I'm out, y'all. Peace.